So as we continue the season review series, today we are heading up to Alberta. We're not taking a look at the Edmonton Oilers. We are taking a look at the other Alberta team. We are taking a look at the Calgary Flames. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below. And let's take a look at the Calgary Flames. So the Calgary Flames coming into this season, the expectations were pretty high for the Flames. Last season they ended at the top of the Pacific Division for the first time in quite a long time. Unfortunately, they got bounced in the first round by the Colorado Avalanche, and things didn't really work out as planned unfortunately for the Calgary Flames. And going into this season, they made a couple of little moves here and there, and it looks like this could be another big summer of change in Calgary. A lot of things happened this past season. Bill Peters was one of the first head coaches to get fired based off of some issues that have happened in the past. He ended up losing his job, and unfortunately it led to a chain of NHL head coaches losing their jobs. It kind of changed the marketplace for head coaches overall. So this was a pretty, I guess you could say, rough year for the Calgary Flames. But they were actually able to bounce back from it considering how poorly they started and obviously everything with Bill Peters. The Calgary Flames look like a pretty solid team moving forward. So starting things off, we're going to take a look at the goals for and goals against for the Florida Panthers, for the Calgary Flames this season. Goals for this season, 210 goals this season for the Calgary Flames. That's 20th in the NHL. Not too great there for the Calgary Flames. They've definitely added some firepower up front over the past couple of years, especially in that forward group. Guys like Kachuk, Gaudreau, Bennett, guys like that to kind of help. But they definitely could use a little bit more help. They've added Lindholm as well. So there's definitely been a lot of change up front. They still find themselves 20th in the NHL for goals for. Goals against, really not too much better. They're right in the middle of the pack. 215 goals given up this season by the Calgary Flames. That's 15th in the NHL, so nothing to write home about, but it's a little bit better than their goals for. Obviously, the Calgary Flames had a lot of changes this year, the head coaching and things like that. But looking at the record, it doesn't look like they fired their head coach. 36, 27, and 7 this season, 79 points for the Calgary Flames, and third in the Pacific Division. You know what that means? It means playoffs for the Calgary Flames. So that's very exciting considering how things started for the Flames. To make the playoffs this year would be huge for the Calgary Flames. Taking a look at the top five point producers for the Calgary Flames, you got Michael Backlund, 45 points on the year for him. Sean Monahan, 48 points for the Calgary Flames this year. Elias Lindholm with 54 points in his second season with the Flames. Johnny Gaudreau with 58 points on the year with the Calgary Flames. And leading the way for the Flames is Matthew Tkachuk, 61 points this year for Tkachuk. A lot of point producers there on this team, but they definitely need a little bit more help from the depth, and that's definitely been an issue for the Flames. They've added a lot of pieces, which is promising, and they have guys coming up through the system, but there's still, a little bit of a weird transition period, and that's kind of where the Flames are right now. But the promising future is there for this Calgary Flames team. You obviously have Matthew Tkachuk, who is an unbelievable player. He's a gritty player. He could score goals. He could get into the corners and be kind of a pain in the ass. He's just a really good player for the Calgary Flames, a great add. You have Andrew Mangiapane, who is another great young promising player who's really starting to come into his own, a great sign for the Calgary Flames. Rasmus Andersson on the back end seems like a very promising core piece to this team moving forward. Obviously, with things going on about TJ Brody and Travis Hamonic, will they re-sign with the Flames this offseason? It seems like Rasmus Andersson could at least fill one of those roles moving forward for the Calgary Flames, and probably at a little bit of a cheaper price than those two. You also have Dylan Dubé, who played a little bit in the NHL this season. He spent a lot of the season in Stockton, down in the American Hockey League, but he seems to be another promising player, and it should be leading to a good future for this Calgary Flames team up front. Obviously, you have Oliver Chillington, was another young defenseman that was picked in the first round. He's taken a little bit of a while to develop, but no need to worry. We've seen defensemen take a while to develop and really become really solid defensemen, and Oliver Chillington could be one of those guys as well. And you also have Sam Bennett, who there's been rumors he could get traded this summer. I'm not going to talk about that too much in this video, but Sam Bennett is still very young, and he has the potential to really be something huge for this Calgary Flames, and he definitely has value around the league. Obviously, there's going to be some changes in between the pipes. There's been, a little bit of a carousel for this team. We'll probably see that again this offseason. They believe in David Rittich. Seems like Cam Talbot seems to be looking to go elsewhere, which may be the best for him. They tried Mike Smith last season. That didn't work. The experiment this season with Cam Talbot didn't really work so well either. So they'll probably try and test their luck again next season with another goaltender, or maybe if they have one down in the system. The coaching staff looks pretty solid right now. We'll see how it holds up for this Calgary Flames team. Looks to be a pretty solid group behind the bench and really help this Calgary Flames team turn around what was really looking like a disaster season, actually turning it into a pretty solid season overall, and probably would have led to the Stanley Cup playoffs this year, once again for the Calgary Flames. So that's it for this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Check out the rest of our season review series where we take a look at all 31 NHL teams as we head into the end of the season. So that's it for this video, and have a great day.